Alright, how's it going, guys? I know this is a change of scene for you guys. How do I start this? This is a very difficult one. It's not my video. Hi, what's going on? Striker here. Like, what do I say? How's it going, guys? Diamond here. So I kidnapped Striker. I'm gonna be taking over this video for the meanwhile, and until he manages to come out of my basement, I'm gonna owning this channel. Be prepared for a lot of changes. Alright, so for the meanwhile, I'm gonna be doing the plugin showcases. Today, I have a quite unique and a spectacular plugin that I own myself, and it's amazing, and I really do recommend you guys getting it. It is called Pinata Party, which it adds the ability of you adding literal pinatas that you can bully inside the game. No joke, ladies and gentlemen. How it works, it spawns in a llama, and then it could either spawn one randomly on the world, or at a spawn location that you choose. It can be run through any sort of command. It could be through console, it can be through an auto command, it could be from a console command. You get the point, you get your gestures. And with that, you can give prizes for people who vote, or you can just add it randomly. It's up to you how you do it. I'm gonna show you guys how the plugin works. And to get started, by running the command /pp, and then you can choose the following: summon, spawn, kill all, reload, or test vote. Basically, that's the whole plugin right there. So we're gonna do /summon, and this will literally summon a pinata. So there you have right now. I'm actually gonna go into game mode 0 for this, so we don't break anything around us. And what you can do is slap and punch it, and it starts losing lives, or hits in this case. It will actually has a lot of particles going around it, so you won't miss it. And you can even add the glow effect, so you can see it for behind buildings or anything like that. Currently, I do have it disabled because it doesn't look as good on shaders for some reason. The pinata just looks disabled. And with that, it has 9. So every time I hit it, it's going to be losing 1 extra heart, or hits, whatever you want to call it. So I keep on punching it, and it's pretty straightforward like that. There's also a random chance that it will jump up in the air, it will teleport randomly, and it will become a baby pinata. There we go, literally. Speak of the devil. And with that, it actually becomes a bit harder to hit. It becomes faster, which I really do hate. And there you go. It's come back after, I believe it's 8 seconds. And once I hit it, fireworks appear, and I do get some items. You do get items for hitting it regardless. So even players that don't actually like win the big prize, they still have a chance of getting 1 random item. So I'm actually going to clear my inventory, and I'm going to summon it again. And by just hitting it, as you can see right here, I've already gotten a letter and iron. So if I keep on hitting it, I get a random chance of always getting some items. So it really is worth it, because not all players, not just one player is going to get the items. Of course, you can change it in config to your liking. As you can see, he does a little jump here and there. Now just give me, there we go. And the main prize is 12 diamonds. Of course, everything is going to be configurable, and I'm going to show you everything in the config. And like I said, you could always do locations. But for example, let's say I did this by mistake, and yeah, that's a lot of pinatas. What we can do to simply counterize this is just /pp, kill all, and they're all gone like that. Because that could be very laggy in your server for if, say, a lot of people started voting. Which would be kind of cool, which would support your server, so keep that in mind. People might actually enjoy this a lot. But other than that, let's go hop into config and check everything out. Alright, so now we're in the configuration. This is a folder of Pinata Party, as you can see here. And we have the config, the data, and the def-beat. So we're going to go straight into the config, and there is a lot. Over 300 lines. I'm going to tell you roughly what you need to know. Updates, don't worry about it. Save, timers, that's all fine. And these are all for votes if you want to mess with it. And if you don't, basically it explains all of it. So what I find more intriguing is you can come over here and set use material whitelist to true or false. That means you can only hit him with a carrot on a stick or an actual stick, which I kind of really like that. It makes it more difficult. Like, players have to have a stick in their inventory because you never know when it might happen. Change offline voting. Of course, that's more towards vote effects, and of course the whole entire language and placeholders. So you have it all right here. And next thing you have is the auto summon. So it can be auto summon after, say, example, 20 votes, and it could spawn at spawn. So the locations in Pinata can be set randomly, and you can add custom location into custom location config. So yeah, you can see everything here. So these are custom locations. So this would be spawn. It would spawn at Y256 in the world. You can add your own by just simply copying this one, pasting it, and then we could add it into, we can call this spawn skyblock, and it can go into the sky world, which would probably be our main hub or anything like that of the skyblock world. And you can give the coordinates. So say our spawn was at 120, 256, and 30. Of course, it would vary. Keep that in mind. And then you do have the commands. So whenever a Pinata spawns, you could have a command run. When it hits, you can have a command run right here. So give the player one letter, and there's a 50% chance of that. On the second one is give them an iron ingot, and you can have that for as many hits as you want. And of course, when they die, you do have a 100% chance of saying the Pinata has been taken down, and 2, giving them 12 diamonds, and 3, there's 33% chance of getting 4 emeralds. You also have it when there's a player vote. The first hit saying player has voted for the server, the second player has voted, here's 9 ingots, and etc. And of course itself, the Pinata settings. You do have smooth rainbow, so of course you make sure to read it. Makes rainbow in the Pinata name use hex colors and makes it completely smooth when changing colors. Only works in 1.16 plus though, so make sure you have enabled if you have 1.16. You have the health, and you can use multiple health per player online, which actually is a really nice idea. And then you also have what color the llama is going to be. You could add rainbow, and of course you have the glowing effect, but I of course set it to false for practical reasons. And then you also have the particles, the carpet. You want to keep this enabled, that way they keep on changing carpet colors, and set false for Pinata not to have his chest, so false. It doesn't really matter, it's more on how you want the Pinata to be dressed. And of course you have the sound effects, you have allow movement if the Pinata is allowed to move or not, and the speed. I would actually set this into a crazy amount if I could. But of course, this is all for tutorial purposes. And these settings are more for Paper MC, so if you're using Paper MC 1.13 and plus, these are all for the settings there, so make sure to check them out. And that's really about it. You also have the money pool, everything like that, but that's the general concept of the plugin itself. Going back into it here, we still have the deaf beat, however you want to call it, and you could just make your own beat sounds. I don't know how to mess with note blocks, so that's gonna be more in you. Good luck. And of course there is money and votes for the data. You don't need to mess with this. This is perfectly fine. You just need to mess with the config, and if you ever want to add music, this is it right here. Well, so there you go. That's how the plugin works. It's quite amazing. I indeed love it, and you guys should totally check it out in the description down below. There's so many cool features, and I freaking love this little baby Pinata. I better go get Striker out of my basement. He's probably hungry right about now, and I will probably never see you guys again, but come back later because Striker might have another video. Other than that, I'm Diamond. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you guys next time. Cheers.